Welcome to RTLaw X. Today, we're unveiling one of the most powerful features we've shipped to date, Smart Network API Interception. In short, RTLaw can now watch live XHR and fetch traffic, automatically detect paginated JSON APIs, and build a complete extraction pipeline, datasets, nested data structures, and even multi-page loop commands, without you writing a single selector. With this feature, you don't need to inspect network requests manually or write complex pagination scripts. RTLaw does it all for you. Let's see it in action. We'll start by creating a new project. The URL we're using is a live exhibitor search page that returns data via AJAX requests. Now the key step. Enable Smart Network API Interception. This tells the engine to intercept all XHR and fetch responses while navigating, and if the project is empty, to auto-generate the entire extraction configuration. We don't need sitemap discovery here, because we're targeting a specific API. The network interception works alongside or instead of sitemap crawling. You have full flexibility. Let's save this project and open the Visual Builder. We could also just close and click Run later, but for this demo, we'll go straight to execution. Because this is the first run, RTLaw asks which browser profile to use. We'll stick with the default for now. The engine spins up a secure browser context and navigates to the page. Behind the scenes, it injects an overlay that will keep you informed every step of the way. As soon as the page loads, RTLaw starts capturing every JSON response from XHR and fetch calls. The overlay lets you know that live interception is active. Within a few seconds, RTLaw has identified multiple API endpoints that return object arrays. It picks the largest array and brings up this configuration panel so you can fine-tune the extraction. Let's explore each option in detail. API request. This lists every intercepted call that contains an object array. For each entry, you see the HTTP method, a shortened URL, and the number of items found. RTLaw automatically selects the one with the most data, but you can switch if you prefer another endpoint. JSON path to data array. This is the path inside the JSON response where the actual list of items resides. RTLaw detects the deepest or largest object array, but you can choose a different path or type a custom one. Detected pagination tells you whether RTLaw found pagination parameters in the URL, post body, or JSON response. If it says yes, you can let RTLaw handle multi-page extraction automatically. Parameter name. This is the name of the pagination parameter, like page, offset, or cursor. It's extracted from the request URL, form body, or JSON payload. Type. RTLaw classifies the parameter as offset, page, or cursor. This determines how the value will be advanced between pages. Step size is derived from the request's limit, or per_page parameter, or from the length of the current data array. It's read-only because it's automatically inferred. You won't need to change it. Total count field. To know when to stop paginating, RTLaw looks for a total or count field in the JSON response. If it finds one, it pre-selects it. You can override it or leave it empty. The drop-down shows every numeric leaf field in the response, so you can easily pick the right one. Next, cursor or token field. This is crucial for cursor-based APIs. RTLaw scans for common cursor and token keys and presents them in the drop-down. If your API uses a different key, you can type a custom JSON path. You have two choices. Start extraction will build the full multi-page loop that paginates until all records are fetched. Continue single page extracts only the current page and is perfect for APIs where you don't need or want pagination. We'll go with the full extraction. RTLaw now constructs the entire automation pipeline on the fly. It creates a dataset for the root array with properties inferred from the object keys, nested datasets for any sub-object arrays it detects, commands, an HTTP request to fetch the API, for each loops to iterate over items, while loops for pagination, and run script blocks that handle page advancement logic. Behind the scenes, RTLA is calling the API repeatedly, updating the page or cursor parameter, and extracting data from every response. All of this is handled by the same command engine you'd use for any other automation. The power is that you didn't have to write a single line of it. Once the extraction finishes, the data is stored in your Pocket-based database, and the project configuration is automatically updated so you can rerun or modify it later. Let's see what we collected. Go to the Data section. Here we have the extracted records. First, select the project and the run. Notice something special. The dataset dropdown now lists not just one dataset but multiple. RTLA detected nested object arrays. For example, if each exhibitor had a list of products or contacts, and automatically created child datasets linked to the parent. By selecting different datasets, you can browse the main list and any nested collections. Each dataset has its own columns, all inferred from the API response keys. RTLA even used JSON path transformations to pull values from the right places inside each item. You can export any dataset to CSV, JSON, or SQL right from here. Now let's peek under the hood. Go back to the project and click Builder to open the Visual Builder. The Visual Builder connects to the browser and shows the project structure in a side panel. If the side panel isn't already open, click the RTLA extension icon. Here you can see everything the workspace contains. Under Data Extraction, you'll find the datasets that were auto-created. For each property, you can see the precise selector and transformation logic. RTLA set the property's selector to variable equals item, meaning take from the current item variable in the loop, and added a JSON path transformation to drill into the JSON object. Since this is an API extraction, the dataset's item selector is set to CSS equals body. It doesn't rely on DOM elements. That's a key difference from traditional scraping. You can even add your own transformation scripts here. Everything is fully customizable after the initial automatic build. Over on the Web Automation tab, you can see the complete command pipeline that RTLA generated. It starts with an HTTP request that calls the API, then A for each loop to process each item, nested for each loops for child arrays, and a while loop with a sophisticated run script block that handles all three pagination types. This is the very same engine you use for any automation, only now it was built automatically. The run script block inside the while loop is the brain. It checks the JSON response for a total field, for a has more Boolean, or for a next cursor token, and then updates the API page param accordingly. It even has a safety net that stops the loop if the page parameter doesn't change, preventing infinite loops. All of the variable assignments and extract data commands are wired up so that the right data flows into the right datasets, including nested ones. You can edit any of these, add new steps, or disable parts you don't need. And that's the entire workflow, from a single URL and a checkbox to fully automated paginated API extraction, complete with nested datasets and a transparent command pipeline. The Network API Interception feature is a game changer for anyone working with modern SPAs and REST APIs. No more Postman, no more manual JSON path writing, no more guesswork on pagination. RTLA does the heavy lifting, so you can focus on the data. Try it yourself with your favorite API-backed site. As always, all the intelligence runs locally, and you keep full ownership of your configurations. Thanks for watching and happy automating.